2.5 kilometers to go for Evenepoel and Jorgenson. Their reaching riders are only just finishing the first loop. They, though, are on the way to the Promenade des Anglais. Others, if they don't sneak off to the team bus, have another lap to ride. It's a rare front row seat for riders dropped at the back of the race to see what's happening at the front on such a short, explosive stage. Just over 2 kilometers remain. Remco Evenepoel and Matteo Jorgenson reach Nice for the final time. It's a ride around the old port, and in Jorgenson's case here, it's a ride home, swapping white for the yellow jersey. He's going to snatch off the back of his friend Brandon McNulty. At the beginning of the day, it was billed as an all-American battle. UAE versus Visma, USA versus USA, Arizona against Idaho. Friends turned competitors. McNulty versus Jorgenson. But it was the Belgian champion, the former world champion, Remco Evenepoel, who attacked not once, twice, but 3 times on the Côte d'Épée, pulled the riders away, and only Jorgenson was able to follow at first. As Paris-Nice comes into dock for the final time on this 82nd edition in Nice, it's going to be a man who lives locally, an American star, Matteo Jorgenson, who's going to win the race. And no wonder there's a beaming smile there. I mentioned he's from Boise, Idaho, where he first started riding a bike, but he was born in California. Apt, maybe, that a rider born there should be a Marvy Star man. But of course, it's his new home at Visma Lease Bike, where he's about to produce his first blockbuster. It's Jorgenson riding on the front here, on his way to GC victory in a kilometre's time in this great race. One of the world's biggest. And Evenepoel, who's on his wheel, who wants to win a stage. 1,000 meters to go. They're applauded home. How will it go here? Will they fight it out? Jorgenson is already happy with his lot, we know that. 900 meters now. Jorgenson riding in, Evenepoel on his wheel. And as you said, Sean, he's got Evenepoel to thank for really blowing things up today.
Yes, I think he's going to just ride it into the finish here and allow Evenepoel to take the honours. And Evenepoel in his wheel here, he is that's probably explosive one anyway, but the position at the moment, he's just going to ride to a point, and then we will see Remco take the stage victory, which he's been fighting for to get all week. And he deserves the way he's been riding today, so aggressive once again.
Paris-Nice comes to a big finish. As I just said, blockbuster stuff. The man who's about to win produces a massive grin. Matteo Jorgenson watches Remco Evenepoel go away in front of him. Evenepoel will take his first ever professional victory on the road in France. And behind him, Matteo Jorgenson, the man who's made Nice his home, wins at home, and produces his finest moment on 2 wheels. He wins the All-American battle with a bit of Belgian help. But Matteo Jorgenson has taken a huge step up. Doesn't matter who's riding, it's Visma Lease Bike again. A marvellous victory, a wonderful moment, and what a story. But every story has twists and turns and tales at the rather sad, disappointed end of it. The man who's about to ride in yellow is a good friend of the man who's just beaten him, who was racing against him as a juniors. He's going to suffer a big disappointment. He'll conserve his place on the podium, will Brandon McNulty. It's a 3rd place for Alex Vlasov, who in the end has had a fantastic end to the week in Paris-Nice. There's Skjelmose, the Dane, who's won a stage. And as we've waited for a long time for the sun to finally shine, it does so on Matteo Jorgenson, who has taken victory here. So for Brandon McNulty, the wait goes on to win a World Tour stage race. But the day has come. And the script written and read out loud to perfection by Matteo Jorgenson. Well, Skidmore's and Lidl Trek helped to make the day aggressive today. Look at that, he's busting along to 4th place on the day. 5th there for Jorgenson, who will finish in 3rd place on the Paris-Nice overall podium. And the good news stories continue. We talked about Jorgenson there. There's Bernal in this group who's shown a sign of coming back to his best and more progression. And Sean Kelly, what about this man? Luke Platt on his way to a top career result in the World Tour race at Paris-Nice. He's shown he can race for stage races.
He certainly has, and very impressive in this race. From the time he got into the yellow jersey at Montpellier, he has been very impressive. And of course, it's very much new terrain to him as well. This race as well, very complicated weather conditions, tricky roads. He has done really well, and it's a good for the future because another young guy with huge talent.
Wow, look at this. Hugs and congratulations between Jorgenson and his teammate, and the good grace and class from Brandon McNulty shining through as well. Look at that. Look at what it means to him. That was so nice watching towards the end there. The smiles, the delight,
yes,
and through the line.
And you can see there with sports director Maassen from Visma as well, an ex-rider. Of course, they're really happy with this one. A lot of excitement there, and it's normal because this team, they've took him on. They could see the potential in him, and they're getting it from him already at this early part of the season, and only the first races for the team.
Wonderful, and that's a nice picture as well.